Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is anybody? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank, huh? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it. Everything is going down. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Hey, once again, this is Roy Anthony. We're 2 days away from Thanksgiving. That makes the day November the 22nd, 2022. Oh, wow. It seemed like we just started the year out. And anyway, I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. If you've been new to the show or just coming in, or you know that my co-stars Big Hank will be coming in. Cynthia Joi should be joining soon. Sometimes we always say, because it's like we pulling up to a cafe. We got a meeting point for an hour. We address different subjects. So it's always getting warmed up, We're getting ready for the holiday seasons. I like being with family regardless. I don't need a set day in the calendar. I don't, I'm thankful. Like, I be thinking family should just come together once a week. It don't even have to be on a Sunday to come together, eat, enjoy each other's company, talk about stuff, get it off our chest. And so we've led a calendar year, which signifies when the Europeans will come up on the land that's already inhabited by people. Their own people didn't help them eat and stuff. So to learn to survive, But I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. Co-stars Big Hank, Cynthia Joi. This falls under the WO platform, which was created by Richie King and co-creator Goose. It was established to bring awareness to how many suicides our veterans commit. Our teenagers commit an alarming rate, and our veterans who goes to defend our country and humanity and so well, putting their lives on the line for this country, for freedom, where we have suicides at 22 a day, and we're trying to get to where we're not paying, we need that number to go to zero. We don't need no suicides. The way our society is, wait a minute, let me keep going with our credits. We got our social producer, Blue Phoenix, Aiden's, our sponsor Matthew Brooks. I heard that they had the whole restaurant watching us, and so that was cool. And so, because sometimes they say how many viewers, but one person can have a big screen and all the family members watching us. And so that's why I found out that we sometimes on people's front TV, they hear the music, dun 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 dun. It's Roy Anthony Show, What's up? This is my co-star I just was talking about. Cynthia Joi. Cynthia Joy's in the house. What's up, Cynthia?
Good morning, Sugarfoot, Sweet Face. How you doing? How everybody doing? I'm glad to be here. What's up with it?
You look like you got rid of the Christmas robe and then just said put them on shower.
Let it snow. That's what I said. It was cold outside. Let it snow.
It's cold outside.
Right.
Isn't it a song like that?
Huh?
It's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
The outside or something like that. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I'm really not a Thanksgiving person because I think it should be once a week. Family members and friends come together. Like Thanksgiving to me, sometimes it's happy hour with co-workers. We don't work the whole week or something. That's to be Thanksgiving.
I can't stand. I love both because Thanksgiving brings out a different type of, it brings out something in people. Like for me in general is good. I'm me all the time. But for some people, the energy that Thanksgiving and Christmas both bring out, like giving back to people and just being thankful for general life, you don't get that from
Yeah.
people except for on those days. It's sad because, like you said, it should be a weekly thing. Sundays is the day where families should get together, have a good old dinner, and just
But
enjoy.
why it gotta be Sunday though,
It,
Cynthia? Why it can't be a Thursday evening?
let me tell you why. Because first of all, Thursday evening, you still got the kids going to school and you got work the next day. Then on Friday and Saturday, y'all busy being turned up and doing karaoke or something like that. So then Sunday, you come together and watch a movie and you just unwind from the whole week and just woosah, eat popcorn, eat the chili dogs, and just, chill. I think that's a good old Sunday.
That's because you up there in Colorado Springs.
Right.
Colorado Springs. That sound like I was just about to say that sound like one of them resort areas and stuff to do. But now I realize because I know on Sundays I'll be kind of like I'm kind of laid back more because I'm preparing for the week.
I feel you there. I do understand that.
Saturday I can see a Saturday. We
I
come
can see
together
it Saturday too, yeah.
and if you passed out at the house, you got to get up and go to service or something,
Right. You know what? You might be right. It probably is more like a Saturday, but
Yeah.
because it's not family here like it used to be. I didn't get, used to just little Sundays because it's just us. You know what I mean?
Because that's where everybody comes like a mandatory to come together and stuff. I don't do Thanksgiving because, I'm gonna eat the turkey and dressing. Believe that.
But then you doing some Thanksgiving, you just ain't doing no cooking.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat regardless. I just don't. I just don't honor it, like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
because I look at the history about it.
Now,
Because I've been around some Native, indigenous people, Native Americans and stuff, and I was down there in New Mexico. And I asked them. It was like some big guys too, some Comanches, whatever they call them, right? And it was like, I asked them about, can I ask y'all this question? Because I'm an inquisitive person.
Right.
And they did not, they talked about how a group of white people tried to come over there to the reservation and do a recreation of Thanksgiving with them, right?
That's crazy.
He said they threw all types of vegetables at them or something, ran them off of there because to them that's a serious path in history,
Yeah.
where we're thankful, but when you have a calendar, and I always think the calendar when it marks these type of situations, it becomes more paganistic as far as let's go buy presents. Now I like Christmas; it's my favorite holiday. Because personally, I was headed to hell. If it wasn't for salvation being brought into the earth, there it is. You feel me?
These religions, these holidays ain't legit. We know that.
Yeah.
Like the representation and all that. So I understand what you mean.
But it comes to help because I was just reading. Sometimes God just hit me, as be like, "Hey, read this," and I read 1 John, the 3rd chapter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it said, don't show love with just word and tongue. It's through action and deed. Absolutely. If I never told it to you that I love you, but it shows you in action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, today's subject. Is deep.
It's very deep. And I talked about something similar to it yesterday on my show.
You see? Now, look here. Hey, Dean said, hey, y'all.
What's up, Dean? How you doing, Sugarfoot?
Some people be wanting to comment, but you had to either log in through StreamYard, and there's about 9 or 10 different apps that's been shared out. Some people think I went through the Roy Anthony, where I keep telling them, we're under the WO Entertainment page.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of WO Entertainment. You might want to go on Facebook or YouTube. That's where we're live.
But hey, before you switch the topic, I want to say one thing about Turkey Day, because that's what I call it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I call it Thanksgiving. I call it Turkey Day. And for Turkey Day, one of the things I'm going to do, I'm taking my kids out, and I'm gonna have about 15 plates, and I'm gonna go feed some homeless people. Give them a nice hot meal on that day, just because I want to do it, and I want to teach my kids the importance of giving back to the community. So for Turkey Day, that's one of the things I'm doing, and I'm excited for it.
And that's what I love about our church, St. Luke's. We give out food every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Every Monday. If
That's
you
what's
in
up.
line, you getting something to eat. It ain't no program. And it ain't none of that food that you just picked up off the
Right,
way. You
right,
know what I'm
right, right.
saying? Sometimes we want to give stuff away and we give the stuff that we don't want.
Yeah, no, I ain't with that.
This is the truth. Now, this is Thanksgiving to me. We was helping one of my best friends died last January.
Okay.
It hurt. So me and my other brothers helped his widow get her, move. She was moving to a new place, but it wasn't ready. So she was putting it in a storage, right?
Okay.
And this particular day is 2 degrees. It had to be in Kansas City. It's 2 degrees, literally.
Oh,
And
wow.
we moving the stuff from the second floor. So we get to the storage area. And there's this lady, looked like she must have been running from a relationship or something. The only thing she had on was some tennis shoes that wasn't her size and a blanket. She had on some clothes, but it wasn't no coat. It's 2 degrees outside. But
Yeah.
her stuff was in storage, and she had got a storage bin. It looked like she tried to whatever she had to do to get her stuff out, right? And I happened to have one of my favorite jackets. It was my favorite camouflage jacket, and so I said, "You don't have no coat?" She said, "No." She said, "I was such in a hurry," and I understood. You don't have to explain to me.
Yeah.
So I took off my coat, gave it to her and stuff, and forgot about it until I went to go. I said, "Where's my coat at?" My favorite coat. Oh, I gave it to the lady. I didn't regret it, but it was something. It was one of my favorite jackets, but it wasn't that it became favorite because we're about humanity. And you just said you're gonna make out some plates and give them to somebody to eat. Now, me, I know if you gave me a plate today, and I'm gonna be like next week, I'm like, hey man, you got some more of them leftovers?
And if I do, I'll for sure bring it to
I
them,
know
though.
you will, for real. The act of love covers a multitude of sin. Now, let's go into our subject.
Let's get it.
Okay, the subject, y'all. And this is going to be tricky. And I tied it in around, we went through this. And before I forget, this Thursday we will not be on due for it being the holiday. And kick it with your family. Don't be sitting around no podcast. Because
Right.
I'll probably be watching a football game or something. I say I got my Clippers on, but anyway. We pride ourselves on tackling subjects and we don't be biased. We try to, but these are subjects that sometimes it needs to be talked about because it ties into other scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been an uptick, and they seem to always give titles now to things. So I dug this research up. You know me, I'm a researcher.
Let's get it.
Because I don't talk off of theories. Theories is an unproven facts.
Right.
When I see and I pull up stuff and I talk with people and I'm finding this is a fact. Okay, so we know that there's a lot of men. I can't say they haven't came up with the lady part yet. So trans to me seems more like the man.
It's both of them. It's not.
Well, I'm just talking about as far as the operation is.
Oh, okay.
Because they ain't been able to master getting that penis on. They got the strap on hard plastic. You, you can have that. But they ain't got it. You ask my man who what's his name? Who was on the Wheaties box. When what's his we know him as Caitlyn now.
Bruce
Jenner. Yeah, Bruce Jenner. When he got it cut, it wasn't to be gay. He just wanted to have the same feelings as if he was a lesbian in that they climax. When he felt that he didn't have that feeling, he asked the doctors, for real, you can look it up, for his penis back. They told him, sir, that's the ultimate question that we have not been able to answer. We know how to extract it, but we do not know how to add it.
You almost had me on here cussing it. Okay.
They looked him right in the face and told him, sir, we cannot put it on.
Right.
As a matter of fact, we don't even have access to it no more. It's sitting there by the first edition of the Wheaties at the Smithsonian Museum. You find it in a little jar.
Right.
But they have learned how to extract, but have not learned how to add. See, this is man playing God again. And Big Hank used to tease me about words, but we found in Western Dictionary that if you can use a word in a sentence, it's now defined as a word because there's a definition and you can use it as an adjective or a plural or a noun. Okay, so I learned something, Cynthia, that a heterosexual man, wait a minute, but first, a physically trans person is a man who's done had his penis removed, breast implants, that's became like a trend, Adam apple shaved and everything. Okay, so because we know we can identify a man and a woman with the Adam apple.
Yeah, we're doing too much. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
That's what they're doing.
I know.
Okay, so the heterosexual man who lays up with this trans woman is saying he is not gay.
I mean, kind of technically he not though, because he ain't doing the same things. Because you going a lady butt, so they no different if you was going in that man butt. And now that he no longer has his.
Oh, wait a minute. They remember the operation have gave them an access.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So now he technically got both the same access as we got.
He said they going in the butts.
I'm just saying either hoe they choose now. It don't matter now because it's like technically doing it with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Even though there is no uterus, even though that's what you need these things. But hey, people do what they do because they want to feel. You know what? Don't.
I'm listening to you.
Because
you were taking the points out of what I was going to say. You're a natural comedian. Because I was just saying, even though I can't see it, I need the fallopian tubes. I need. They're gonna have to give me a portable CAT scan machine. I'm going to have to check stuff nowadays because
my thing is,
if you said, "Well, it ain't no different than buzz and butt," but it ain't just the butts now. They don't. They got all something that's supposed to be similar. And like I've never seen fallopian tubes up in person, but I have
never seen them in person.
I want to believe they there. You said that. So now I'm gonna have to get a CAT scan machine. Be like, hold up,
because it's getting real out here in the field, and you got to examine what's going on. People gonna get themselves hurt because they want to sit here and pretend like they something that they ain't. Like,
wait a minute though. Okay, because the definitions of what we talk about, they said, okay.
This pansexual
so the heterosexual males that lays up with these transsexual women / estric male, I put an estric male, is now considered as pansexuals.
Wait, no, I thought pansexuals though was the ones who are basically attracted to energy. Either one is not
Well,
male.
you're right, but that's the name that they fall up under now. Is that
But that means
because,
it could be
and
a
you
man
said
or
it
a
just
woman.
right. Neither one of us is wrong. You're not. You're absolutely right what you said. Because
So it
I
could be
had
a
to look
man
it
or
up.
a woman.
I had to look it up because our podcast teaches. Even though we laugh, y'all, you can't help us. We're
We
not.
gotta laugh.
I got to laugh at it, but I got to share this. I'm gonna
I'm
share
ready.
this with us, so that way we can let people know that I'm not making this up. We're giving you what they say that the title is. Okay, now I'm gonna I'm gonna share the screen. Let me bring this up, and this is the definition of what is
Blow it
a
up.
pansexual. Let me see if I can blow it up.
If
I
not,
don't
just
know.
go ahead and read it to us.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is read it to you. So it says, pansexuality is sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction towards people regardless of their sex or identity,
That's what.
gender identity.
Yeah.
Pansexual people may refer to themselves as gender blind, asserting that gender and sex are not determining factors in their romantic or sexual attraction to others.
Okay. That's what I thought. I think I'm
Okay, yeah,
pansexual.
you said that. You said that. Now, okay. Once again, I feel I'm gonna need that convertible casket
Yeah. No, you know what though?
because
Real talk. I appreciate pansexuals. I don't appreciate all these different labels that's happening in our world right now because I feel like it's just another way to segregate, just like black, white, Hispanic. We're all just people. So to me, to break up these different sexualities is crazy. But I actually appreciate pansexuals because I guess to some degree I'm a pansexual because I'm sure we all had. Well, most males haven't had the same experiences as women, but most females have had interactions with other women. That don't make us gay. That just means we did some stuff at the time we did it and it was fun when we did it. You know what I'm saying? But you do what you do because of what you feel in your heart, not because of what somebody's carrying down below. So I kind of appreciate that. I can't stunt.
well, I can understand if I have a camaraderie with someone. Am I feeling sexual about it? Nah.
But is it but now you gotta open your mind. You gotta expand a little bit because you
Well,
gotta
see, that's the main topic when it comes to men. Butts. There ain't no butts. They ain't messing with no butts. Ain't no
there's
butts.
no but
Ain't
no
messing.
listen though.
I'm with
Okay, so no more but listen, let's use that word. Okay. So
you. I'm listening.
think openly of the time you grew up in and think, do you feel the way you feel because it's really what you feel, or is it because of how you were raised and it's just who you are because of the time you were raised in and the
I
things,
see what you're saying, but
you
I
know what I
was
mean?
raised.
Because now you're in a different time with different, like how the other day we talked about the metrosexuals, the men who like to get their feet and their nails done, but not with like color polish, but they get they clip, make sure their feet
Now, why
smooth.
would their sexuality have to do with? Why would they call them metrosexuals?
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm talking about as far as the labels. That's why
Because
I
then
don't
there's a
want.
femininality into that.
But it
There's some type
shouldn't
of
be, and
femininality.
it shouldn't be. It should just be this man like to keep himself groomed. He like to have his feet
Now,
soft. He like
now,
to get
okay.
massages. You know what I mean? So it's
I
another label.
wasn't. I wasn't. No, because when I was growing up, we had a few relatives that was, you could. We know that they like the same sex. We call them homosexuals.
Yeah.
All other names, which we find that is
Back then,
derogatory.
yeah, yeah.
You know. So now every time when it seems like there's a group of people that has the same interest in some certain things, all of a sudden there's a title for it. That's the thing that gets me.
The labels.
Um, Dean said, he said, I thought it was someone who had seen your pants. Like, hey, I
I
got some.
can't take it.
I
I
can't
can't
even
take
read. I can't even read it.
He said,
I
I
got
thought it
some
was
old
so
pots
ugly
and
in the bigger
pans
pants.
you can have. No, I don't want to know what you do with them.
Yeah, fool.
Now, now we gotta.
It's
Now,
just
even though we're
label.
laughing at these,
Another label, man.
we
Just
have to come up to grips because some people is not aware. I don't want see some people, and that's why they be starting with our kids, and I don't like that when they let telling little kids when you're a little boy you could really be a little girl. That seems coercing to me.
yeah, I don't
Now
think
we
they should tell them that you can be a little girl. I think they should allow little boys to be little boys. And if that means today he want to play with a doll and learn how to change a pamper, so what? One day he gonna have a kid. That ain't nothing wrong with that. Should
well
nobody label
I
him
know
because he do that? You know?
when I was a kid, my cousin she had uh, the little Barbie bake kit
Yeah,
cooking cookies. So to eat some of them cookies, you had to go to the imaginary tea party with her.
yeah.
And I be sitting there with her, with my cousin. She's across from me with two little dolls with some no teeth in there. But them cookies was real because she made them from no makeup. So I'm tearing them little cookies up. But after I ate them cookies, I went out there and played some baseball and kickball and stuff. Now, my point is this. Every time there's a group of people who decides that they're going to participate in a certain way in sexuality, okay. Now, the trans is a different thing now.
You
We're
know what?
talking about, okay, it started with, I'm going to tell you this. It started with, now remember, this is a guy first. There's no, we came to an understanding that there has never been no addition yet.
To
It's
what?
only as far as sexuality.
Mm.
Only addition could say, okay, titties. That's been something going on for as long as steroids gave guys big titties if you didn't
Right.
work out enough, right? And
Mm-hmm.
booties and stuff. But a complete trans with that, we talking about with the actual operation. I'm talking about the trans that like Bruce Jenner went through. Now he's Caitlyn Jenner. So he's considered a transgender.
Yeah, but
Now, that's because he changed his gender and transformed himself from a man to a woman. Now,
I
wait a
mean,
minute. Wait a
what?
minute. Now, I know you women sympathize with other women, but
Sometimes.
we got to get to an understanding, though, right? The MMA fighter, there's an MMA fighter, like
Mm-hmm.
got his trans operation.
Mm-hmm.
You said now he's recognized as a woman.
I said,
Well, not you, but I'm just saying
but
society. I'm not saying
yeah,
you. Society say he's a
yeah.
woman. Puts him in the ring with a woman who haven't had no operation. She's a natural woman.
Mm-hmm.
Now this guy is whooping this woman all around the ring.
Right.
Now, what's wrong with this problem? Was he just more trained, or did he still have the muscular abilities as a man? But just because he lost his life,
I mean, we
his
talked
life
about this one, and
cycle.
we know that was unfair. We know that's bull crap, and we know that he was a man, and he should not been fighting with them girls. Fact.
Dean said that he heard he still has his
Oh, he
ball
heard it?
bearings and stick shift. No,
I don't know if he did, but all I know, either way it go, when you're born a man, you're born with certain
see, wait a
testosterone.
minute, but
You're
see,
born with certain things that's just naturally women don't have. So let's
I'm,
just be clear. We know that
yeah,
was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
my whole thing about it in general, all the way around, I'm just over sexuality. Like, who gives a damn about what you like sexually? I don't care
Big Hank's
who
in the
you
house.
choose to be with. So why we got to make it a thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Big,
yeah.
hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Roy? What's up, Joy?
What's up, Sugarfoot? How you doing,
What's
honey?
up?
Hey,
I'm good.
I was just gonna read this. How you doing, bro? For
Good,
real.
loved one.
Hey, and
That's facts.
Big Hank, okay. I mean, we got Miss Zamari and she said men have made more muscle mass naturally than women. She's right.
I just said
Regardless of sex change. And that's facts. Now, Okay, Big Hank. Now you know the subject has been it's been an uptick of
Pansexual, right?
sexual men who lays up with transgender women.
Well, I thought it was just pansexual. I didn't
What, what,
realize
What I'm just saying
what,
is
I don't know what pansexual is. What is that?
pansexual is a person
we're
that
basically
well
attracted
they
to energy.
well what brought to the conversation was that pansexual or heterosexual men now that's the category they fall under. A pansexual is defined as someone who finds sexuality in no matter what. They call themselves gender blind. They don't care if you're a man or a woman.
Okay.
My love for you is what it is.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's been an uptick of heterosexual men who lays with transgender women, which they
What,
have now put them under the
wait a
category.
minute. Hold on. Now, when you say a transgender woman, what's the is it a difference between a
It's a
transgender
man that
woman
as a man that transgender into a
to
woman.
a
Because
woman,
just getting this
and then
equation correct. The equation is that they can do subtraction, but they
okay,
can't do no addition.
okay,
You can
okay.
add breast, so they make an imitation coochie. Just say it like that.
Wow,
But we brought it at the beginning.
wow.
Even though I have not seen it, I'm hoping that there's fallopian tubes and the the binary situations.
Right.
So I came up that we need to have a portable CAT scan, not for single people. You marry a
Hmm.
CAT scan so I can see if there's fallopian tubes or not.
If it yeah, if you really real,
Yeah, because I don't want to be
right,
I'm not a pansexual.
right. Don't trick me
But
either. Don't trick me.
but
Don't
it,
Yeah,
trick
to
me.
some degree, though, to some degree, isn't that thinking too much into it? Like it didn't used to be like now it's scary because you didn't used to have to be with a chick and find out if she used to be a man type deal. So nobody was really like on it like it is now.
well, see, some people can't have this conversation because sometimes they get derogatory and they just blow it off.
Yeah,
But the
Right.
same ones who be blowing it off sometimes is under cover of that.
Huh?
That's why we have
right,
to understand what the
right.
definition is, for real. You know, if it to me, if it's like if I'm flirting with her and she's giving me a hard time, then I'm like, okay, that might be a real one.
Right.
Because some of the transgenders don't seem to care about a Mac. You like it me, I like it you. We have a good time. High five. I'm not into that. I'm not knocking you, but hey, so we was on this thing about what is a transgender, which is really to men because the women they have not been able to get an addition of a penis to them. You can ask Bruce Jenner, Miss Caitlyn Jenner now. It's forward slash, known as he or she. It depends on the email. On the email you get, he known as she. The
So
thing is,
they haven't got as far as to sewing on they
You
don't
know what?
they can't put no they can't put penises on, but they could give you a coochie.
That's because you
they can't.
started
They
with a
can give you a
coochie at
fake
begin. You
one, but
started
you
with a
don't
coochie
have.
to
They don't
begin with.
carry everything. They don't put the fallopian tubes in there. That's God given. Now, but
Right,
they get close to it. They getting
right,
close as far as interests and stuff. But with the
right.
male and Zamari, she said they can't even. They can even change birth certificates now to match what their identity is. That's why I keep saying you got to have a portable CAT scan.
And it's crazy now that we're doing all these pronouns,
For
and
real.
I'm just saying our world is overly focused on sexuality, and it's ridiculous. I'm just over
But
all of
see,
it. I
the
don't
thing
care about
is
none of
that these people group themselves into that. You
it. I
start
know.
getting now,
But that's because of
like
hate crimes and because they felt like they couldn't exist nowhere else. That's why
okay,
when we started just accepting people for
can't
whatever they like to
can't
do,
exist nowhere
there was
else.
never been no
They've been a part of
segregation.
America's. They've been a part of America's history for the
And they've
longest.
been getting killed for a long time too for their history. And that's why they segregated themselves. And now we done branched
Well,
off to all these new people, and
you better ask J.
it's
Edgar
too
Hoover,
much and it's
who was
irrelevant.
over the CIA and the FBI, who shut down the Black Panther Party. I mean, they had to get rid of. They had to. I don't know where he's at, but he was over in the little white boys was running from his house and stuff. He was into all that. That sounded like a pansexual to me. A little little boy running with his Fruit and Looms and stuff, and his butt sagging, and what a triumph to the black of diminishing the Black Panther Party. You know,
it's just a little difficult for me, not saying to talk about it, but I'm really not, I don't even know what is pansexual. I don't really know much about transgender. I just, because that ain't, you know, that ain't my get in.
That's not important to you. You're more concerned with the person for their heart and who they are as a person. So that's why I'm saying the world is overly consumed with all these sexualities that it's just like irrelevant.
But see, you know, because we gotta come up to an understanding. Like, I can't understand like how these guys, and they call them pedophiles. Now, pedophile, when I was in college, I had to do a thesis, and I was studying psychology.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm a stand-up comic, I study how the humans think. I study sociology, our patterns of living, how we put our pants on without you thinking, norms and stuff like that. Now, pedophile
ain't they called the study of pedophilia?
Yeah, exactly. Now that used to be where transgender fell under that. Like cross dressers, they used to call them cross dressers. They would fall under that. Well, now pedophile seems to be stuck on just grown-ups who's preying on kids. Now sexuality done transfer over to a whole different part. Now, the point is that what brought my attention was that there was a lady who said that, do you know how many celebrity men that actually be with transgender women, and they knowing that they find out that they transgender? Now,
Eddie Murphy used to do stuff like that.
Yeah, but now there's been an uptick on some of these women being attacked by dudes because this dude is probably thinking his Mac is finally working. What's your name? What's your name, girl?
Arthur.
You know what? You gonna say that hard as hell, Arthur.
Arthur.
Wait, read that word. What was the word?
That's you feel me? One way they had the song pull. What's your name? Arthur. It's okay with me.
This nigga trash.
That's what the band is saying. Okay, so Mara, she said, I didn't see what anyone identifies as.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care what
anyone identifies as. What bothers me is the push on kids at 8 years old, 12-year-old. I didn't even know what that stuff was, but now the kids at that age know what all this stuff is because it's been pushed on them so much on the younger kids. Sadly, that's what I have the issue with, and I agree.
Yeah, well, we brought that up because look, they're teaching you the little kids when they didn't even think about male or female.
Yeah.
You know what? That's where the parents come in because I was talking about the same thing yesterday, and it bothers me because I'm one of them parents. My 10-year-old came home and told me one of his friends that used to go in the bathroom with him now goes in the bathroom with the girls, and it pisses me off because it's ridiculous. Because now, what was you born as, and y'all got these kids feeling like it's okay and it's not okay. Be comfortable in the skin you in. Learn to love yourself, and y'all teaching these kids. It's blowing me. Then my 13-year-old came home talking about how you got to figure out what sex is some girl that he like. And I'm like, when we was that age, we used to write on a paper, do you like me? Check yes or no. It wasn't even as complicated with trying to figure out all these new sexes. And
did he say he had to find out what sex she was?
If she was asexual, pansexual, transex, and I had to have a whole conversation with my 13-year-old, and it pissed me off because I'm just like, this shouldn't even be a thing. It's too much pressure sexually on these kids that shouldn't exist. They should be worried about doing a math and reading a book, playing some sports, and like what we used to do. But now it's
Yeah.
How you
Ding dong ditch and high and go get it. Nigga, let's do some of
But
that.
see, look, what happened though is that for one, we play on emotions, you know, and so
Mhm.
next thing you know, because way I look at it is like, okay, you give them an inch, they want a foot. You give them a piece of rope. Now you want to be the cowboy. See, what we start doing is we start accepting it more. Especially
That's
if
what
you got
really
a
is. Now
local
that's what it
camp.
is, and that's why I said the parents got to step up. They got to
Wait a
let
minute.
the
So,
schools
so
know.
wait a minute. And this is where our split in our politics even come in. Okay, so you got Senator Marjorie Green, who's against the pedophiles. So then when you start speaking on it, you start falling under something called the QAnon conspiracy. No, I'm not calling on none of that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this ain't just a political thing. This is a personal family in their house situation. Now, some people know this is going on in their public schools, but public schools sometimes is babysitters for a lot of working adults, believe it or not. Even though you can get mad at the school system because you have a choice to take your child to a certain school that doesn't teach that, but it may be a little pricey and don't fall in your budget.
You know what? But where it started is you educating them at home. So no matter what the school say to them, they gonna know what it is because the parent got to them first. It ain't gonna be no, or at least even if they don't get to them first, they're gonna talk to them. You know, most people come home or their kids come home, they don't ask them how was their day and what they learned and all that kind of stuff. So these kids get to absorb all that information. Then nobody, I don't want to say retrain, but they don't balance out what was being taught to their child. They just let it be. And then what's this thing?
I've done that, Dean. Look, I went in the bathroom at the gas station. I didn't look at it as a
But that's
sexuality
different.
thing.
Yeah, that's
I
different.
went in there because I had to use it.
Yeah, I've
Just
been
like
in his
people say,
bathroom.
don't drink the water and the holy water. David in the Bible, his men was hungry. They went in there and ate the holy bread and drank the holy wine. You know, for real. So the Lord said, don't be no fool. You know what I'm saying? I got to use the bathroom. I'm not going to pee on myself. This bathroom was empty. Now I will be insecure. Now, you touched on something, Cynthia, and that's the main thing I was leading to. You know, I'm always leading up to something.
Right.
For one, you got to be insecure to want to get your nuts removed as a man. I wonder how many women are in line to get a penis attracted.
I ain't gonna even say all that. I'm going to say,
wait a minute.
I feel like it's all a self-esteem issue.
Wait a minute. I went deeper on
insecurity, yes, yeah.
I went deeper on some stuff. When I just said how many women are in line to be able to get a penis attached to them,
a bunch of them.
Do you know how much the uptick of sales of penis that can strap onto a woman? What the sales is of that?
No, but I should go.
They're making so much money that they got one that actually shoot some water, but it's like some milk.
Shut up! You lie.
For real, make you pay some money on that one.
That's not funny, but that's
the joke. You hit it, and then after 5 minutes of vibrating real hard, it starts.
You pay
Roy, don't do that one no more. Don't do it. You did it real good and all. Don't do it no more. Don't do it. You was moving fast. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Don't do that. Don't do the. Don't do all that again. Don't do that.
Okay, well, I'm just being honest because
don't do it again.
Shows that the scientists can't do it.
Go, yes sir. I got you.
You feel me?
That nigga, don't do it no more. Don't do it no more, please. Jeez.
It's been an uptick of sales.
You stupid.
The board meeting of the auditions.
I see. Cynthia already ordered her one. Cynthia already ordered her one.
I got mint rose, boo. Don't give me no foreign substances. I like the real thing. That ain't the same.
I love you, Cynthia. I love you, Joy. You know I'm playing, man. I love you, man. You my shit.
It's being so pushed and are otherwise seemingly innocent TV shows geared towards children who are just trying to learn their dang ABCs. Even Disney is starting to throw that stuff in there very sneaky and subtle ways. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't watched none of them
Look here.
shows in forever.
Now, what they're doing is they're making once again a split. Because why can't he get his balls removed, but I can't get no penis?
Facts. And they won't let nobody do that, because at the end of the day, like, let's be clear, like, not even trying to be funny, but let's be clear. Only one way you can procreate, and the way you was born, we need to just let people accept themselves. And all this extra with these operations, like, let's not do all that. Let's just be who you are and love yourself and go about your business. Who you supposed to be in your bedroom is your business, not ours.
It's all about that mighty dollar bill, y'all. You know it's about the dollar bills. And if they can make some money off of you making some dumb decisions, then we're gonna make some money off you making some dumb decisions. That's what they do.
That's facts. And it's sad.
And we want to say thank you. You're absolutely right, Big Hank. Now, I want to
sorry, I
hope I'm not being stuck or something. I was trying to put her show.
She was social section set up. Okay, I'm about to check it out.
Just put it up. Strike Blair. Why she touches up on a lot of this. She talks about the mental health issues, social and sex change. Now listen here. I was listening to each one of y'all. And we know we laugh and stuff. But I want to get on probably stopping because we got a lot of people jumping in and it's on the subject. What subject? Can y'all hear me all right?
Now
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Big Hank?
Yeah, I can hear you.
His thing acting up, so I get
okay.
Yeah, but you
something, especially when I'm okay. Let me take this off.
You on delay or
kind
something?
Of freezing.
Yeah, you kind of you like
it's kind of freezing.
You like doing like the Oriental movies when they used to talk and then they say something in.
Yeah. So many people jumping in, and I have to share something, but I'm gonna wait because it's probably pulling. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take this off because it's probably wearing on us. How's that? I'm better. I'm going back.
Yeah, now you're coming back. Yeah, now you're coming back. Yeah, you're coming back.
That's why we had to do our Ethernet right now in wireless. Now, what about the show and started messing it up? The New York Post put out about the young lady, Shaquilla.
Yeah, that was sad.
Shaquilla Robinson, right? Is it Robinson her last name? Was it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's Robinson.
If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. But you know about the young lady who was found dead in Cabo, Mexico, was taking a trip from North Carolina out there with some of her friends, which I found they was newly acquainted friends. Now,
they wasn't no friends. You made no damn friends.
Yeah. Now I'm bringing this up because this subject has to do with the perpetrators.
Well, they want them
becoming the number one hair designer. Now, this is where we're accepting a society. So she's hanging out with girlfriend, with friends, and I think she found out that one of the guys is a guy.
Okay. And where'd you get that from?
One of the girls was a guy.
Because what I found, now I'm just saying, now this is me hypothetically, because that's why she was naked. You know, women undress in front of each other. Men don't do that.
Right.
Found out, hold the hell up. You got a dick.
Yeah. What is that? Yeah, why is that falling out? Why is that falling out your panties? How come that fell out your panties?
Yeah. Why I said that is because somebody who was filming thought it was a woman. But it turned out to be a dude. It was a dude.
Wait, what'd you say, Roy, huh?
Wait a minute. Yeah, I was trying to see.
Joy's crazy.
It was a dude beating on this young woman. It was a wig came out.
You said the wig came off.
The wig came off.
Okay.
Now, is this part of the report? Is this part of your hypothesis?
No, it's part of, for real. You can look it up. Okay,
Okay.
I'm asking anybody to look it up. It says,
Right. I heard it was a guy, a couple of guys, and a couple of girls. That's what I heard.
Yes, it was supposed to be three. It was supposed to be like they was bunch, here, friends, designer world and stuff like that. Now, no matter what sexuality they were, somebody broke this girl's back, broke her neck. Now they call the family and say she died from alcohol poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
But who leaves their friend behind?
No.
In the hotel for the hotel maid to find them while you back in North Carolina.
No, never. Ain't no friend doing that.
That's how you know they wasn't. That's how they they wasn't friends.
That's how you know straight murder.
They thinking that you were in another country, I'm gonna get away.
I don't give a damn what country you're in. I'm getting some help if one of my friends passed out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you know that was murder. That was murder.
How do you call somebody and just say, hey, want to tell you that your she's not coming home. She had alcohol poisoning. Yeah, she drunk so much she died. Yeah, okay, right. Talk to you later.
Right, and then get on the plane and go home.
Get on the plane.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So, we keeping up now. We know this Thursday we won't be on. Those of you that join us, we on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. You base it off of that. We'll be out for Thursday for the holiday. But see, when I'm looking at something, made me dig a little bit deeper. Now, we laugh, because I let everyone know I'm a heterosexual man. I do not discriminate against other people because what you do in your household is you.
Right. Because
you invite me to dinner, no thank you. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
We can go to employees. I ain't never asked nobody. We send a big old tables, Christmas party for the office. I ain't asked you who you with or who you kicking with. I care less. I'm trying to get that bonus, get this free food on. Hey, that's a free bar, get a couple of drinks on. But I know I got to drive from this Irvine area, so I ain't going to get too thick because I ain't trying to get stopped by the police. But I got enough money. I'm going to pick up a bottle on the way back. But I ain't asked nobody their sexuality.
Right.
I'm just being honest. Sometimes we get with our teaching our kids this about sexuality gets them confused of knowing what like an honorable love is. I love Big Hank. That's my bro. I'm loyal, bro. Doesn't make it where we're flip-flopping. There's a difference. I got some love for my kids, but I'm not gonna be flip-flop. I got respect for a lot of different people. There's a difference. Now, I don't care what a person do because people have to understand this. Yes, the women carry the child, but it takes a man to stimulate the egg to have a child. A man's life is based on the life form of keep pushing it out. This man now has took his life form away. Ask what happened with Bruce Jenner. He thought that he can be a lesbian. When he had his penis removed, he didn't have the same feelings. And he's like, wait a minute.
He was just ignorant. I don't know what the hell he thought.
No, you got to understand he's a celebrity. He got 2 or 3 women in there with him. And then when the women
it ain't even that serious.
But wait a minute, you got to see us somebody else, though. He's thinking, I'm going to have the same. To me, he was greedy. He was so greedy.
And that would have made it do right.
It's jealousy. The lesbian women was having such a frivolous orgasm that he said, I want to be like that too. Why can't I do it? And so he thinking, let me remove these nuts and I can have the same feelings. Wait a minute, that's what he said. Wait a minute. When he found out he couldn't have the feelings because the doctor should have told him in small letters, only God can give you feelings. Now he wanted his penis back. And they told him, sir, that is the ultimate question. We have learned how to take off, but we have not learned how to
can't put it back. He like, well, where can I put these 14 size 14 stilettos that I bought? Because my feet keep hanging over the bottom of it like this.
Yeah.
and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with them.
Them don't make them type of shoes. The women's feet barely is around 10. Who would think you're gonna be wearing a size 14 in heels?
When I seen that nigga toes sticking over the top of his, I said, what is he doing?
It was checking to make sure the ground was existing.
I said, what is he doing? My God.
Yeah. But what got me is when he went, what the doctor didn't give him a disclaimer. He said, sir, we're gonna be able to take this off. They even looked at some photos of what type of vagina he wanted to have. But what they told him was that he was not gonna have no feelings. So he's up there in the scissors with somebody, and the other person who's a real woman, she's like, and he's like, I don't feel nothing.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
He said, well, give me my penis back. I at least have some feeling. Well, sir, that's the ultimate way.
Sorry, sir. We forgot to tell you.
You didn't read the fine print.
Yeah, we forgot to tell you that.
Fine print. You can take off, but we have not answered on addition.
Sorry, man. We forgot to tell you that at the first annual, when the first meeting, we forgot to tell you that.
The only thing we can add is titties and booty cheeks. We can take off some of this fat. We can shave your Adam apple. But one of the things we have not been able to do is add a sexual organ. So women are in line and mad all over the U.S. and other countries that we want our penises.
Niggas are retarded.
And so it's been an uptick in sales. It's an uptick in sales.
we want our penises.
Only be the trans.
It's our penises, and we want them now.
Yeah. Until then, we're gonna give you this battery operated super duper that shoots out in 5 minutes of shaking fast on how
don't do the commercial. Don't do the commercial.
But you can get it at 1-800 I need
a dick right now. 1-800 I need a dick right now. You can get it.
Peep up on this show right now and think.
Order them right now.
Where did he say we can find one?
Nigga said, can you repeat the number again? 1-800 what?
See, and I proved the point. Only trans can be men because they have not been able to add to ladies. And they're mad right now. They're in line right now. You can give breast reductions and increase breasts. You can uptake your lips and stuff where or some people want lips.
Some people want lips.
Look like two baby buggy bumpers on their face. It's like, wow. You so insecure with yourself that you are strapped on a super deluxe.
Nigga said a super deluxe. Nigga called it a super deluxe. Nigga called it a super deluxe.
5 feet away. But until then, the men look. Dean said the medical community can't give you a premium, but thank God for Amazon. Because Amazon can bring you what you need. You got the strap on.
Facts.
But they can't bring. That's the ultimate question right now.
They got the deluxe.
If you can't believe in God, there's something wrong because man is fooling. You are beautiful who you are. No matter if you're a male or a female. If you got a tendency to study caterpillars, does not make you gay. Just because you like to catch butterflies doesn't mean that's a sexuality. It's that you like whatever the word that's for.
You know.
I mean, for real. Some people goes into interests. Like I may be out there in Long Beach.
He said you whatever that word means. I don't know what it is, but that's what you
in Long Beach.
Just because you love dogs don't mean you're into bestiality. Say something like that.
So what am I? So Roy Anthony I like to go out there and catch butterflies at the beach like SpongeBob SquarePants catching butterflies. Like, oh, there's one, Big Hank. I catch one. Doesn't what it makes me.
What it makes you that word that I don't know what it is. I don't know what that word is.
No, it ain't.
But whatever that word is, that's what it makes you.
I'm just gonna catch the butterfly and look at him. I don't want to love him. I just be like, I look at you and you go on, you little butterfly. That's all I would do.
That's good.
Oh,
Good.
another one of these.
Yeah, we got to meet. We got to do this again, man. This is a
because see our society. See, we're about to get out. This is the holidays.
It was hilarious. This was hilarious.
Yeah, this was
hilarious, man. This was hilarious.
5 or 10 minutes already, but I'm just being real.
Y'all being real.
So we're gonna pick it up on Tuesday with the same.
Well, I was thinking about coming with some of this back to some of these police situations and stuff, and y'all know I don't believe in defunding the police. That's crazy. That's like the purge of all time. I think that all police though need to go and take some classes. You have to pass a social arts level of humanity, sociology, and psychology. We got to learn how to work with other humans and stuff. You know, not taking you from your career, because some people may have good intentions. Money is the root of all evil to anybody who loves it, no matter if you police officer, non-police officer, whatever. But we had to come to an understanding, because even I seen one of the white guys who had a gender change. Now then they put him where he was in the women's swimming. He was just in the men's. Now he was in the women.
That didn't happen.
What's wrong with that? I think you have to
identify. I gotta go to the grocery store, y'all. I'm about to go.
Hey, we're about to get up out here too.
All right,
hey,
I love y'all. Holla back.
Love you too, Joy.
Hey, Big Hank, before you get out, love you too, Joy. Real quick, me and Cynthia had a little quick minute talking on this before you popped up, and I wanted to talk with you. We two heterosexual males. Big Hank is married to a beautiful woman. I am a single, what they call single heterosexual, trying to do it right. You know, eventually it's going to get there, but I'm into heterosexual. You know what I'm saying? Like the lady said, that you can't even say, let me see your birth certificate and stuff like that, you know. But I've always taught, I'm going to tell us men this, some men. When I was a kid, I didn't know how to look at Adam's apples in certain parts of the But it was an OG who told me that whenever a feeling comes across me about another guy, like something might be weird with him, that don't quench your spirit. Because if in your mind is something awkward, then leave it alone. If you have to question, then it's not for you. Because the spirit, God won't let you.
Right. He's gonna drive you. He's gonna drive you in the right direction.
Exactly. If you are so caught up with feelings, because this is what the human flesh desires, is feelings. No one wants to go through the pain and hurt of certain things. So when he said, pick up your cross and follow me, we want to be right now. Y'all hear us quote scriptures and talk, because I'm not your typical, I'm not even what they call a Christian. I'm Christ-like. I take on what I feel Christ wants us to be like. I pray to the spiritual God, who is a spirit, and the advocate that I go through is through Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not into calling words or his name is why and all that stuff. I believe that he's wise enough to understand who I am, because there's not a man on this earth who gives advice to God.
No
man. So we have to be secure with ourselves. If you're going after a woman or you're going after a dude and they seem to be attracted to certain types, then you go find the type or go around the ones that you're comfortable with. Don't change up yourself because of an individual or group of people you want to fit in. It's not for you.
No.
And if you into certain things, then what you do, if it's not perverted and stuff like that, because some people don't even care. And when I heard about this pansexual, I didn't know what a pansexual was. I had to look it up, Big Hank. And then I looked up the definition, and it was like pansexuals, they are gender blind. For a minute, I was like, gender blind. What that mean, gender? Then it was like, and it was like for dummies. I had to look. Oh, gender, male or female.
Yeah,
He just spin the bottle. Whoever I'm going to
yeah,
kiss, whoever
yeah.
lands.
Now I'm gonna tell you this, man. My niece told me this probably like 4, maybe 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She said Uncle Hank, cause she's I want to say she's about 20, maybe she might be 30 now, but back then she's probably around 27, 28,
Mm-hmm.
26. She said Uncle Hank, my generation, they don't have uh no turnoff valve. They do everything, anything goes with them. She said the same thing you said. Anything goes with them. They do women and men.
Mm.
And she said
As a norm.
that's she said that's our generation. So Uncle Hank, I gotta be careful because I don't know what these niggas out there doing. They out there messing with men and women.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
you know what?
that's what my
And
niece
what's the
told me.
trick is that you got some that's even preaching in the pulpit. My son shared with me about this dude out there, in the Riverside County area,
Hmm.
was testifying to the church how he was like, um, he said, yeah, there used to be a time I laid up with men. I would preach and then go back and lay with. I, you know what? I just thank God. Before we get out of here, Zamari, we're about to be leaving out here. We came over a little bit because this is we're gonna be off Thursday because of the holidays. Um, Zamari wrote, Roy, here's a whole list for you. It's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna look these up. Oh, okay, these are different things. I'm gonna sure look them up. Matter of fact, I want to be able to, if anybody can, I probably can get that in the show. I'm gonna copy paste it. She gave some literature. Now I want people to understand we are not bashing you
No.
as you.
No.
One of the things is that it it kind of gets to me when they especially trying to feminize out, the black men. When I seen a white actress with two black baby boys and she keeping them in dresses and stuff, you know, because we're not a threat like that. And when it's shame, it's bad enough. And I want to bring this up real quick. We're gonna be getting out here in a real quick minute. This platform was designed to bring awareness of how our veterans committed suicide at 22 suicides per day, but it's also about people who've had suicides, teenagers, and those who's been involved with suicides in their family. You know, and it's bad when a person has to take their life. Then it's also bad when a man feels like I'm so related to myself that I'd rather take my physical and spiritual being of creating more life to be extracted from off of me. Now, when Jesus said, if your right hand offends you, cut it off. he, he said your right hand. He, he didn't say nothing about your right testicle and
No.
all that stuff. That's why I had a brother talk to me like, oh man, I've been thinking about getting a vasectomy. Bro, that's the kind of conversation it's hard for me to have with you because my stomach started turning a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need no snippets and all that.
Mm-mm.
You know. Yeah, and so what we had to do is the road to hell, and I never tell anybody they're going to hell. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's such a narrow scenario. I just know to love everybody the way you want to be treated, and then say love everybody for sexuality. I think that we getting that confused, you know, and our kids is getting taught to be like this title, pansexuals. like you just said, your niece was telling you, Big Hank, anything goes. You know, man. And it says that each generation will get wickeder and wickeder.
Yes, sir.
You know, and so
That's exactly what's happening.
yeah, and the politicians aren't going to help you. The ministers and everybody, you're going to have to help yourself. You got to get around well-minded people, because bad company is what corrupts good manners. I hope everyone have a good holiday. You want to say anything else, Big Hank?
Man, happy holidays to everybody, man. Y'all enjoy Thanksgiving, and don't forget who made it all possible for you to enjoy Thanksgiving. You understand me? That's who y'all give the praise to, because it wasn't nothing that you done yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And, God, and I want everybody. We'll be back next Tuesday, I guess. I haven't looked at the date. The Tuesday after Thanksgiving. It's said like that. All right. God bless everyone.
Peace out.
Hey, is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast.